Our next piece is by me, Lauren Aboulafia. It's titled Super Scar. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta go to the gym, eat less carbs, and stop looking at Instagram. You ever sit on the toilet and think, God, I should not have posted that picture? Because I'm a sucker for the likes. I'm addicted to comparison. I'm never enough. If I was in a boxing ring with myself, I would beat the shit out of her. Be better. Do better. Babies get a lot of likes. When did Instagram become baby book? I've put off having a baby as long as possible. So when my husband Seth and I decide it's time, I am 36, already a geriatric mother according to my OB. Seth always wanted to be a father, and I always wanted to be famous. But seriously, becoming a mom meant I would have to prioritize my kids and not my ambitions, and I wasn't sure I was ready to let go of my dreams of becoming the next Lucille Ball. Fortunately for us, we got pregnant very quickly, and my pregnancy overall is easy. At 30 weeks, I finally feel ready to post my pregnancy pictures on Instagram. But then I start having terrible gas pains. Breathing hurts, moving hurts. There is no position that doesn't feel like someone is stabbing me in the gut. My prenatal doctor examines me, does an ultrasound, and quickly sees fluid in my stomach. That fluid is blood. Oh no, what does that mean? Oh, so it isn't just gas? Am I gonna be okay? She calls for an ambulance, which I don't think is necessary as we are a block away from Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Then, all of a sudden, 3 hunky paramedics walk in. My adrenaline is pumping and all I can say is, you guys are really strippers, right? Babe, do you have any singles? I'm raced to the ER and there are teams of doctors to greet us. Doctors for me, doctors for my baby, doctors in training, but none of them know what's wrong with me. I get a CAT scan. Now I'm freaking out. Am I gonna die? Is my baby gonna die? The doctors think maybe my appendix burst or maybe it was my liver or gallbladder. They don't know. I go in for exploratory surgery. I'm in a room of 20 doctors, all milling about in white masks, talking to each other and doing doctor stuff, and suddenly, I declare from my bed, can we just take a moment to stop and come together? They all stop and look at me and take a moment. They finish the surgery, and I have a brand new scar that looks like a railroad track from my belly button down to my bikini line. But we are okay. The baby is still safe inside. Moments later, I wake up and the doctor is rocking my newly scarred body back and forth saying, I don't like this, Lauren. We gotta go back in. The baby's heart rate is erratic. And I keep trying to talk, but I can't because I just had a tube down my throat. I just keep thinking, just wait, just 1 second. They perform a C-section through the same scar they just closed. My baby is immediately sent to the NICU because of his prematurity. The doctors come to my hospital room to explain that they think my fiber had attached to my bowel and ruptured, which is why I had a liter of blood in my stomach. A liter of blood. Why did this happen? What did I do? Did I work out too much? Did I breathe too hard doing breath work that morning? I can't get up. I can't move without help. I'm in so much pain. Finally, a few days after he is born, I get to visit my son in the NICU. I scrub him with soap all the way up to my elbows. Seth wheelchairs me over to our baby boy's isolette. There are wires going into his nose, his arms, and the one that scares me the most goes from his wrist directly to his heart. Afterwards, they take us to a library where parents are supposed to relax. There are yellow stars on the walls and ceiling with babies' names that didn't make it. And I'm looking up at the stars, hoping my baby doesn't become one. But the doctors are really confident about Abraham. That's what we decide to name him after my grandfather. It's a large name for such a small baby, so Aby seemed more fitting for now. Baby Aby. All the doctors keep saying, he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. After a month of our new life going to and from the NICU, I'm at home finally getting ready for a baby to come into it, and the phone rings. It's a doctor I've never met before. Your son is very sick, she says. You need to come to the NICU right now. We arrive, and I'm yelling and screaming and unaware of anyone around me. The doctor that called comes in to talk to us. She says, Abraham had a seizure. I don't understand much else she says after that. I just keep thinking about my poor baby, helpless and gray. And from the depths of my soul, I look at her and I say, go in there and save my son. Save my son! The excruciating waiting begins. I can barely walk, talk. I try to eat a power bar and can't. I am trying to find an answer to take control of the situation, but there is none. I just sit, staring, praying. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu. Through tears, my husband says, I would give my life for him. Oh no, I say. No, you can't. I need you. Avinu Malkeinu. We might have to get the crash cart, the nurse says. Hours later, we are still told it could go either way. Finally, in the morning, they know what is making him so sick. Sepsis, a blood infection. The antibiotics seem to be making a difference, but they hope it hasn't spread to his brain because that would mean meningitis, which could lead to a series of serious problems. We go in to see him. Looks like the set of an episode of ER, except all for a very small baby. There are still wires everywhere and 2 huge monitors watching his brain to make sure he doesn't have a seizure again. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Seth tells me he's never heard me sing better. We don't sleep at all that night. And at 3 a.m., the doctor tells us that he does have meningitis. But there is still some inkling of hope. Maybe they caught it in time. Maybe he won't have permanent damage. The next day, I'm in the pump room at the NICU cleaning pump parts, and I hear Seth shout through the door, AB's MRI is totally normal. He's going to be okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Through tears, I eat an entire pizza. As the months go on, Abraham gets off oxygen, and the honeymoon phase finally arrives. Our baby is home. The day they test his eyes and ears and they are okay, I cry tears of joy. I wish I could feel the sense of gratitude I feel in this moment, always. I start getting back to life little by little. And one day after my workout at the gym, I'm undressing in the locker room and immediately embarrassed by my scar and hide it with my towel. I look longingly at the 2 naked girls with unscarred, perfect bodies heading to the shower. But you know what? Enough of this Hollywood shit! Stop hiding! I've been through hell, and I need to stop being my own worst enemy. I open up my towel and scream, I am a warrior! A few weeks later, a doctor tells me he can remove my scar and rejoin it with normal skin. But I decide to keep it as a reminder to myself in moments when self-doubt and comparison return of what truly matters. because this experience stripped me down to my core. And I found there at my center, I am stronger, wiser, and more capable than I ever imagined. And I have the scar to prove it. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser.
Standing on top the equator, trying to figure out all of these changes, covered in leaves, covered in shame, solving this internal war I've been waging. Put back my crown, put down my problems. It took me cutting my roots from the bottom. I ate the seed, I ate the seed. Now I see everything and I'll use it to blossom. This is how I grow. This is how I grow. Had to see it in the shadows to find my light, my light, my light, my light. If change is what I wanted, but I'm sitting in the garden, just sitting in the garden, sitting in the garden. Oh no, that's not how I grow. Watch me grow. Watch me grow. That was part 3 of our 3-part journey of Eve eating the apple by Sophie Greenbaum, entitled Grow.